there's a special trust between the students and the teachers that really you're not afraid to ask questions or be yourself in the classroom.
The teachers don't keep the classes boring, and that it's very fun, and that you get to learn in a different environment.
St. Edmond's overall is a brotherhood. It's a healthy competition between all of the students because they all strive to do their best.
At St. Edmond's Academy, we are committed to bringing learning to life. Hi, I'm Michael Cherno. As both a parent of a student currently enrolled at St. Edmond's Academy and an alumnus, I'd like to share with you an educational experience that we like to call a boy's journey.
We chose St. Edmond's because of the strong Catholic foundation. It was a school rich in tradition. I had the immediate sense of community from people who had sent their children here. But our son ultimately made the decision for us. Of all of the schools that we evaluated, this was the one interview he left without clinging to our legs, without screaming, "Mommy, I don't want to go." He smiled, he waved, he said, "See you, Mom," and we just knew. The immediate bond that happened that day, we just knew.
We let the students explore and discover for themselves certain truths. So we give them the tools, we give them the framework and the environment, and then we let them explore, and they become successful at times, and sometimes they may fail, but it's through failure that they also learn about themselves and learn how to learn from that experience. And that is a reflection probably of real life. And what our Catholic heritage allows us to do is it gives them a certain amount of fortitude, of strength, of faith to move through those harder times and celebrate the more successful ones.
St. Edmond's Academy lives its Catholic mission every day by providing a holistic approach to education in a faith-based environment and an atmosphere of respect. The objective is to give boys the tools they need to build a strong foundation that will support them as they grow into young men.
They're developing him holistically, which is what I think makes St. Edmond's unique. They're not just focused on his academic progress, but also his spiritual, his emotional, his physical development. So they're cultivating the whole individual, and I love what I see happening with him around maturity and growth and a sense of being a gentleman and how to care for others.
And that's as evidenced in seeing the 7th and 8th graders and his exposure to them. Pleases and thank yous, shaking hands, looking people in the eye, being gentlemen.
Research shows that children in single-sex environments take more academic risks. St. Edmond's encourages boys to try new things and focus on the learning journey so they are not afraid to fail.
They know boys. They've been kind of perfecting their craft for a long time. So there's just slight customizations, that they're able to provide. As an example, one of our sons wasn't a big fan of mathematics, but it was great to hear enthusiasm in him as he talked about, a math teacher in an upper grade that allowed you to do statistics with NFL trading cards.
I was a skeptic of single-sex education, but when I saw my son in the interview process, when I saw him in action in the classroom, when I came to volunteer in the cafeteria, there is something that happens among the boys here that is unique and is different. And what they do here is they cultivate that difference and they allow the boys to be boys.
Varied instructional approaches, blending whole class, small group, and individual instruction meets the needs of all students. An active learning environment includes a rich variety of resources, ideas, methods, and tasks.
Boys are very analytical. They like understanding the world around them. They like being able to define things, put them into black and white, so they like being able to discuss issues that are maybe prevalent in society right now.
If someone learns better standing up, they do that. I often incorporate movement into my lessons. Every single day we do some sort of small group activity that ties into a larger activity throughout the week, and always involve competition in some way.
They're very social. Have them work with manipulatives, with counters, or actual money in math as opposed to just doing a worksheet. And trying to really apply what they're learning to their lives and to things that would interest boys.
I just feel that here in this environment that he will be challenged as far as he'll take it. There's no ceiling. If he accomplishes this goal, there's always going to be another goal for him to reach. And having that no ceiling really enables Cole to get the most he possibly can from an education here.
It's really been a positive thing for Anthony, lifting up his areas of weakness and celebrating his areas of strength.
Enrichment courses empower boys with choice and encourage learning beyond the classroom.
We're constantly reforming, redeveloping ourselves, developing new strategies, new plans forward for academic programs, for extracurricular programs, based on the current needs of the students today. That's not to say that we give up on our legacy or our heritage, but that we reform it and recast it to make it relevant for the kids each year.
I play sports such as basketball, lacrosse, and track. And I'm in an enrichment art class, speech, Model UN, and Spanish club. Last summer I went to Spain and we got to learn a lot about the culture.
There was knighthood in 5th grade. It was a lot of work, but you really learned a lot about yourself. You learned your self-limits. It stretched over all aspects of the curriculum.
Lacrosse is fun, and if you're not a big sports person, we have electives. I do beginner band, and if you're really not the mood for that, you go into chess club or Spanish club. You got independent art, independent study.
We provide, I think, challenging, structured programs, but we do it in a caring and nurturing and safe environment. And I think we try to do all of this in the tradition of Holy Cross, which emphasizes the core values of responsibility, integrity, independence, self-esteem, and building community.
This character foundation teaches the boys to make good choices today and in the future.
He comes away from St. Edmond's with a clear understanding of what's right, what's wrong, how he can contribute to his community, how he can help others in the process. So when he gets to be in his 20s, his 30s, his 40s, he will have something solid and grounded to fall back on.
My son right now is a sophomore at Georgetown University. He has a band of brothers that he has been with since 4th grade. His core group of friends are the fellows that he met in 4th grade at St. Edmond's.
The boys get a camaraderie together when they're here, and they don't let loose of it. Even in high school and college, they just stick together. What we're trying to do to shape the future with our students, to give them a good foundation so that they can make the right moral judgments, no matter what their religion is, as long as they are the best they can be.
I could tell you numerous different memories from the school, whether it's launching our rockets with Brother Thomas out in the field, or whether it's the trip to Florida with Brother Joseph, or whether it's simply hearing my name being called at the academic awards for the first time. But I'll tell you that the one memory that really sticks out is the first day that I got to drop my son off at school. I felt proud. I felt like I knew he was going to be at a good place. And I was just happy that I could give him an opportunity to send him to a school of the quality of St. Edmond's.
While the facilities have grown and expanded since my days here, there's one thing that hasn't changed. At St. Edmond's Academy, students continue to learn the skills needed, not just for high school, but for life.